First black president, ushered in Obamacare, and now podcast guest. Yes, Barack Obama appeared on Mark Maron's extremely popular WTF podcast. You heard that right. Our commander-in-chief was cozy right up to the veteran comedian in his homemade podcast studio, located in Mark Maron's garage. The president talked about a wide array of items, including the recent shooting in Charleston, also Hillary Clinton running for president, and who his favorite comedians were. By the way, they were Dick Gregory and Richard Pryor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where our president, Barack Obama, is forced not to mention Bill Cosby. What do you make of President Barack Obama's appearance on WTF podcast?
I think it goes to show how good he is at working the media. He's a maverick. He's done everything that it's popular out there. And he knows that if he needs to get a message across to the people, he needs to go to the outlets and to the channels where people is actually listening. He knows that anything he says on mainstream media, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, they will always find a spin to put on their own agenda. In the meantime, when he goes to this type of interviews, he has a room to say things, and we'll get to that in a minute,
yes,
that have never happened before on the media, that people can actually learn about this. I think it's revolutionary.
Let's just run down all the places he's been. He's been on The Tonight Show. He's been on The Daily Show. He was on Saturday Night Live. And also, he appeared on the hit web series Between Two Ferns, which helped a lot of people sign up for the Affordable Care Act. So Barack Obama not only knows how to utilize the media, but also utilize the media for, like, impacting tremendous change. And so the president do you think that he thought twice about this appearance since the Charleston shooting happened just right before?
No, I think so. I think that this is something that he knew that was the right environment to go there. And I think that going through such a significant thing, like bring forward the debate of race in the way and using that word, it's critical for the nation at this moment, because we can't reduce race to the use or misuse of a word. And if the president that is been pushing the nature of the job, the nature of a president in terms of being close to the people, I think that what he did is the right thing for finally the country to look at the reality that the race problem is alive and well, and till we don't reduce it to a word, till we'll stop reducing it to the use of a word, things won't change.
Yeah, and just to give more clarification on what his comment on racism was, he said, quote, "We are not cured of it. And it's not just a matter of it not being polite to say nigga in public." So, President Barack Obama comes out with guns blazing, and to my knowledge, he's the first president to, say the N-word on a public stage, which is...
Okay, that's where I'm going to cut that off. And that came to you from the lit.tv. It is a YouTube channel that happened to have this story running about President Obama using the N-word on a popular podcast, a Mark Maron What the Fuck podcast. Well, apparently Mark Maron is a comedian. And this past day or so, Mr. Barack Obama, President Obama, went on the podcast and, like the host said, talked about a variety of issues. But what every I shouldn't say everyone, but what every conservative blog and TV host and TV station is blowing up is the fact that the president used the N-word. Now, in the context of which he was saying it, of course, he wasn't calling somebody nigger. He wasn't saying, "Hey, what's up, my nigga," or anything like that. He wasn't ghetto with it. He was using it in a term that was, like the broadcaster said, was trying to explain using the word in any type of context. It's not just that makes racism worse in America. It's not just calling somebody nigga. That is the least of our problems. And, shooting unarmed people and guys running up into churches and killing everybody, That's a bigger issue than the word nigga. And I think he was saying that, you know, even if we do get that out of our lexicon, that won't change systematic racism in America. And you know what? My thoughts on this is this just reinforces that blacks can say nigga and whites can't. That's the only thing I think. That's my only thoughts on it. I mean, could you imagine? President Bush or even President Clinton, who we as black people considered the first black president, or any other presidential or president in the 21st or 20th century, could have said such a thing? And once again, Barack Obama makes history and becomes the first. And nobody really cares about. I mean, I saw it on like a couple of news channels. You know, I've read the comments. Nobody's really, you know, he said nigga. I mean, he's black. He's allowed to use that word. And like I said, in the context that he was using it in was appropriate. And, you know, he's black. I mean, so what? You know, I mean, he's not Sean Hannity. He's not, who's the Speaker of the House? He's not John Boehner. And the difference between, and come on, don't say, oh well, why can't John Boehner or Sean Hannity say it? Please, come on, you know why. For one, they're white. For two, they're racist bastards. And it just wouldn't have been appropriate for them to use that type of word. So my thoughts on President Obama saying the N-word is, so what? And it just reinforces the fact that blacks are allowed to say it and whites are not. Let me know what you guys think. This is Kentucky from My Thoughts On, and I will give you my thoughts on another topic, my next upload. Peace.